Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tausif here, back with another live stream. And it is so wonderful to see that at the very start of the live stream, there already are friends from our community who have gathered and who are participating in the live chat window. So thank you so very much for that. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, lots of viewers here. Okay, my friends, I am going to start the discussion. Please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and support this channel. All right. Okay, my friends. Can you hear me okay? I just want to check if you are hearing me okay. Is there any kind of echo coming? Just let me know if you're hearing the sound properly or if there's any echo. Okay, Dana writes no echo. All right, wonderful. Thank you so very much. All right, okay, I'm going to get started here. My friends, there is a new Gallup poll, and I will share with you the results. This new poll that came out, the results show that 53% of Americans said that they are worse off today than they were 4 years ago. Can you believe that? Yes, it is believable. It is believable, right? I mean, it's unbelievable that we got to this point where 53% of Americans are saying that they are worse off today than they were 4 years ago. I mean, it's unbelievable that the Biden-Harris administration took our country to this point. Okay? But obviously, given the reality that we have experienced over the last almost 4 years, it is believable, right? That 53% of Americans are saying this. Okay, I'm reading some comments here. Okay. Dana writes, you sound good. William Miller writes, no echo. All right, thank you. Okay, because, I feel like on my end, there's a little bit of an echo. All right. Okay. So William writes no echo. All right, wonderful. So yeah, this is the result of a new Gallup poll. The new poll results show that 53% of Americans say that they are worse off today than they were 4 years ago. Reportedly, this poll was conducted between September 16 and September 28. So last month, okay, not too long ago. 52% said that they are worse off today than they were 4 years ago. Oh, wait, let me check that number here. Is it 52? Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I'm getting confused between. Okay, it is 52. 52%, not 53. 52%. This channel is about accurate facts, right? Facts and information, accurate information. So in the bullet points that I have in front of me, it says 52 in one place and 53 in a different place. So obviously it's a typing error. So I wanted to make sure that I present to you the accurate information. So it is 52%, not 53. I am sharing information from the Gallup poll results. 52% of Americans say that they and their family are worse off today than they were 4 years ago. Okay, this is shocking. This is shocking. How did we get to this point, right? But as I said, given the reality that we have seen, that we have experienced, it doesn't shock me because we know how tremendous challenges the American people have been facing and they continue to face. So it is also my observation from interacting with people that many of them feel like that they are worse off today compared to 4 years ago. Okay, now Gallup has done some studies, they have done polling, but really we really don't need to rely on poll results. When we talk to our friends, our neighbors, our family members, and from our own experience as consumers, we understand that we are way worse off today compared to where we were 4 years ago. 4 years ago, Donald J. Trump was in office. Of course, people were doing much better then. Of course, people were doing much better. Things went downhill after Joe Biden and Kamala Harris came to power. Also, 46% of Americans describe the current economic conditions as poor. 46% of Americans describe the current economic conditions as poor. Gen C writes way worse. Jen doesn't like Trump. Okay, Jen, if you don't like Trump, I hope that you will be able to find the facts, and you'll be able to understand the reality, and hopefully then you'll start supporting Trump. Okay. Michael Brown is here. Hello, Michael Brown. Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting my channel. As I was saying, 46% of Americans describe the current economic conditions as poor. And here's another significant finding from the poll, which I'll share with you. 62% of Americans say that the economy is getting worse. 62% are saying that the economy is getting worse. So just to recap, Gallup poll results show that 52% Americans say that they are worse off today than they were 4 years ago. 52%, okay? And 62% say that the economy is getting worse. 46% of Americans describe the current economic conditions as poor. So they're saying the current economic condition is poor, and 62% are saying that it is actually getting worse, which I think we understand. It is getting worse. It is getting worse. And if Kamala Harris is elected president, it's gonna be way worse. It's just gonna go downhill, okay? Deeper and deeper. Claudia Greenwood is here. Hello, Claudia. Thank you for being here. My friends, this is the Biden-Harris economy. More than 60% of the people are saying that the economy is getting worse. And all these people who are saying that the economy is getting worse, who do you think they will vote for in the election? All the people who are saying that the economy is getting worse, they understand the situation, they understand the reality, and looking ahead, they are saying it's getting worse. So what do you think they are going to do when the time comes to cast the ballot? Who do you think they are going to vote for? Do you think they will vote for Kamala Harris of the Biden-Harris administration? that caused the economic problems that we're facing? Do you think that all these Americans who are saying that the economy is getting worse, current conditions are poor, they are worse off than they were 4 years ago, and it's getting worse, who do you think they'll vote for? Are they going to vote for Kamala Harris? Debbie writes Trump. Absolutely, Debbie. All these Americans are going to vote for Trump. They don't want to give Kamala Harris a second chance. Kamala Harris presents herself as the outsider. She's not the outsider. She is in office. She has been in office as the vice president for almost 4 years. And things have been getting worse every day. So the American people, they are not going to give Kamala Harris a second chance by voting for her. They all, Americans, many Americans regret voting for the Biden-Harris ticket. They realize that they made a mistake and they are going to rectify that mistake. Many Democrat voters, they regret voting for Biden-Harris and they are going to rectify that mistake by voting for Donald J. Trump, November 2024. Dana writes Trump all day. Thank you, Dana. Absolutely. Absolutely. Trump all day. Okay. So, my friends, this election is going to be about getting out the vote. You've heard the term, right? Get out the vote. GOTV. You've heard about the GOTV efforts. It's not a television channel. Whenever I say GOTV, I'm afraid somebody might think, oh, is that a new television network? Is that like a GOTV, like a television network? It is not. GOTV means get out the vote. Okay? Help ensure voter turnout. People must vote. Exercise the right to vote, because it is not just the right to vote, it is also the responsibility to vote. So you got to vote. Let's see. I'm reading some comments here. Hold on. I have to change the screen. AC Cruz is writing, financial expert Dave Ramsey endorsed Trump. Wow, that's great news. That's great news. I'm gonna have to look it up here. Wow, this is great. Thank you for sharing that, AC Cruz. I had missed that, so I appreciate that. See, it is always wonderful when you are all sharing important information in the live chat. I had missed it. I had a very busy day, and I missed this piece of information, this news update. So AC Cruz, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it very much. Tiffany writes, hello, Tassif. Hello, Tiffany. Let's see. Lots of comments here. Meaningful comments as well as comments that don't make sense. I'm reading all that. Sarah writes Trump. Reagan writes Trump vote is for the wise. Let's see. Traveling writes hi, hello. Laurie is here. Hello, Laurie. Susan Epp is here. Hello, Susan. John Drake, thank you for being here, John. Word writes, Tassif always wins. Thank you. Laurie writes, hello from Arizona. We love Arizona. Trump's going to win Arizona. Claudia writes, Tassif speaks the truth. My friends, thank you so very much for your words of encouragement. I would appreciate if you hit the like button, hit the thumbs up, because it is important. As we move forward with this live stream, it really helps this live stream get in front of more people if you hit the like button. Okay, the more you like this video, the more people like this video, the greater the opportunity that we are going to be able to reach new viewers, more viewers. And when we reach more viewers, we will be able to spread the message of peace, prosperity, and freedom. So 26 likes in 15 minutes. I know we can get to 50. So please like this video. Elix is here. Hello, Elix. Elix writes, hey, it's you. Elix, hey, it's me. You know why it's me? Because this is my channel. So thank you for joining, Elix. I appreciate that very much. My friends, this election, as I was saying, this is about getting out the vote. GOTV, and I am going to write it down here. GOTV equal to get out the vote. GOTV, get out the vote. My friends, we must ensure that our family members, our friends, our neighbors, and the people we know in the community, we must ensure that they vote in the election. Yes, we are frustrated with the economy. Yes, we are sick and tired of inflation. Yes, we are struggling due to high gas prices. Yes, we are struggling due to high grocery prices. Yes, we find it extremely challenging to pay for a full tank of gasoline for our vehicle. Yes, the financial problems are affecting our budget. Yes, rent is going up. We know that. We hear about it. Rent is going up. Repairs cost a lot more than what it would cost 4 years ago. Repairs cost a lot more. Whether you're talking about home repair or vehicle repair, everything costs more. Yes, the insurance premiums are rising and adding more financial burden on our shoulders. Yes, if you want to go on a vacation, many people can't because they are struggling financially. And even if you're able to go on a vacation somewhere, it is now more expensive. Everything's more expensive. Yes, it is hard for many people to sleep at night because they have so many things to worry about, things that keep people up at night. People are stressed. People are worried. People are thinking about the future. As I stated, more than 60% of the people are saying that the economy is getting worse. So people are afraid. There's fear. There's panic in this economy. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? My friends, let me tell you, there is a way out. There is a solution. There is an opportunity to turn this economy around. Do you know how to do it? Vote. You gotta vote. That is the opportunity. November 2024, gotta vote. Vote for the right candidates. Make sure you vote, vote, vote. Ask your family members to vote. Ask your friends to vote. Ask your neighbors to vote. People you know, ask them to vote. If you meet somebody new, somebody you haven't met before, you meet somebody new, you wake up tomorrow morning, you are out and about, and you meet a new person. You know what you have to do? Remind that person that it is important to vote. Okay? It is important to vote. Voting is a right and also a responsibility. Claudia Greenwood is writing, red wave coming. Claudia, red wave is coming. Red wave is coming. But there's no guarantee. We have to make sure that there is a red wave. And how do we do that? Get out the vote. Vote, 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 my friends. This election is going to be about voter turnout. It's all about voter turnout. We know we have the ideas, the right policy ideas, we have the right policy solutions, we have the desire, the Republicans, we have the desire to take this economy on the right track. Our candidates, the Republican candidates, they have what it takes to win and to turn this economy around and drive it towards peace and prosperity. But you know what? The Democrats, they use all kinds of strategies to get their supporters to the polls. One example is by providing bus rides to people in Democrat heavy neighborhoods. Have you heard of that? Susan Knapp, thank you for being here, Susan. I appreciate it. That is correct. This does happen. The Democrats, they'll send buses on election day. They'll send buses to Democrat heavy neighborhoods, and they'll help people, the liberal voters, they'll help people get to the polls. Okay? So what do we, the Republicans, what do? We have to make sure that freedom-loving Americans, people who care about this country, people who care about our Constitution, people who care about the rule of law, we have to get freedom-loving Americans, we have to encourage them to go vote. We have to encourage them to go vote. The liberals may give bus rides to get other liberal voters to the polling station. They are very active in getting out the vote. So, my friends, it is our responsibility as freedom-loving Americans to make sure that we remind our family, our friends, our neighbors about the upcoming election. And if somebody needs a ride, if you have a senior citizen in your family, among your friends who says, hey, I want to go vote, but I don't have a ride, help them out. If you can give them a ride to their polling location, do it. Okay? So, my friends, encourage the people around you to exercise their right to vote. Talk to them about the importance of voting for candidates who would prioritize American citizens. Wow, lots of new viewers here. That is awesome. My friends, have you subscribed yet? If you are here for the first time, would you please subscribe? A viewer writes, I can't vote. Why can't you vote? What's the reason? Michelle is here. Hello, Michelle. A viewer named Capu writes, no, I don't want to subscribe. You don't want to subscribe? Why is that? Why don't you want to subscribe? Are you a Nancy Pelosi fan? The person who's saying, I don't want to subscribe. Are you a Nancy Pelosi fan? Are you a Chuck Schumer fan? I don't know. Maybe. Michelle writes, hope your day was well, Tassif. Michelle, I had a good day. It was a busy day, but busy is good. It was a good day, yeah. Thank you for asking. I hope your day went well also. Jamie writes, Pennsylvania voting for Trump. Hey, I have said this. Pennsylvania is going to be the biggest prize on election night. So if Pennsylvania votes for Trump, Trump's going to win. Trump's going to win 19 electoral college votes in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is going to support Trump. It's going to be awesome. 41 likes on this video already. Wow. In 24 minutes, 41 likes. I know we can get to 50. I know we can get to 50. William Miller writes, Tassif is decent cook. Yeah, if you watch my cooking videos, you're going to like my cooking videos, I'm sure. At least, I hope you like my cooking videos. Motown Mitch writes, there's 42 for you, sir. Well, now it's 48, I think, right? Wow. Let's get to a 50. And we're not going to stop at 50. We're going to go for 100. It's going to be awesome. Seth writes, I love to cook. Wonderful. Thank you. My friends, this election is going to be about voter turnout. So encourage the people around you to vote. Okay. This is so important. And really, you know, as you remind people that they must vote, I think you should also talk about the candidates. Talk to the people around you about the importance of voting for candidates who would prioritize American citizens, candidates who would support securing the borders, candidates who believe in fiscal discipline, candidates who support law and order and support the men and women of law enforcement. Remind people about the importance of voting for candidates who support small businesses. There's something I want to tell you about small businesses. Small businesses are the heart of this economy. Did you know that? Small businesses are the heart of the economy. You know, there are two things I say. Energy, energy, fossil fuels, energy, coal, oil, and gas. Energy is the lifeblood of our economy. We run on energy. We need energy at home, at places of work, for transportation. We need energy. So energy is the lifeblood of our economy. The small businesses are the heart of our economy. Without small businesses, we cannot prosper. Without small businesses, we cannot thrive. Without small businesses, we cannot compete globally. We need small businesses. So vote for candidates who support small businesses, candidates who would cut taxes and cut regulations. There's a difference between cutting taxes and increasing taxes. Okay? Right? We all know that. Nothing new. Cutting taxes versus increasing taxes. I'm going to write this down. Democrats want to increase taxes, all right? And Republicans want to cut taxes. Democrats want to increase taxes and Republicans want to cut taxes. Who would you vote for? Would you vote for Democrats who want to increase your taxes? Do you want to pay more taxes? Do you want to pay more taxes? You know, the Democrats keep saying, oh, the rich will have to pay their fair share. But you know what the Democrats love to do? They want to impose more taxes on the middle class. That's what the Democrats are all about. The Democrats, every day, every hour of every day, they dream of imposing more taxes on the middle class. When they wake up in the morning, when the Democrat politicians, they're sleeping, right? They're sleeping, they're snoring, and they wake up in the morning. You know, the first thing that they think about? They think about raising taxes on the middle class. They think about raising taxes. The first thing that the Democrat politicians think of when they wake up in the morning, even before they brush their teeth, even before they take their first sip of coffee, even before they have their first bite from their pancake, even before they have their morning cereal, they think of raising taxes on the middle class. That's what the Democrats do. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with what I said? Do you think I'm making it up? Or do you agree with me? Do you believe what I'm saying? That is exactly what the Democrat politicians do. That's what they do. They open their eyes in the morning. Okay? They haven't had breakfast yet. They haven't had coffee yet. And they think of raising taxes on the middle class. So many people saying yes. Pam writes, agree. Heidi writes, agree. Seth writes, I agree 1,000%. 1,000% is better than 100%. If you agree with me 100%, I'm very happy. But if you agree with me 1,000%, that makes me 1,000% more happy if you agree with me. Okay? So Seth is agreeing with me. Claudia agrees with me. One Texas Miner agrees with me. Michael Brown agrees with me. Stacy agrees with me. There are so many people agreeing with me. This is what the Democrat politicians do. They dream. When they're sleeping, they dream of raising taxes. When they wake up, they think of raising taxes. Before they go to bed, at the end of the evening, all day, the Democrats, what they have done, they try to come up with all different kinds of strategies to raise taxes on the middle class. And so at the end of the evening, they're exhausted because they spent the whole day trying to come up with ways to raise taxes on the middle class. So at the end of the evening, they're exhausted. They go, they lie down, they put their head on the pillow, okay? And the last thing that they think of before going to sleep is next morning they're going to wake up again and they're going to try to come up with even more ways to raise taxes on the middle class. Okay? That's what they love. But the Republicans, you know what the Republicans do? They want the American people to keep more of their money. They want the American people to be able to enjoy their hard-earned money. The Republicans want to cut taxes. They want to cut taxes. The Republicans want to cut taxes. The Democrats, they want to raise taxes. The Democrats will say, "Oh, we're going to make the rich pay their fair share." But what they really dream of, what they really work on is how to make the middle class pay more taxes, pay more money in the form of taxes. The Democrat politicians, those Democrat politicians in Washington, they don't like the middle class, which is why with the Biden-Harris administration in power, the middle class has been shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. Lots of viewers here. Lots of viewers here. A viewer named Papa Z writes, "Hey from KC, so Kansas City, right? Great show, facts and advocating for a great America." Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, we want to make America great again. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why we need Donald Trump in the White House, and Donald Trump needs strong conservative allies in the U.S. House of Representatives and in the United States Senate. And I am going to be talking about a U.S. Senate race. There was a U.S. Senate debate, which I'm going to be talking about very soon. But before that, I have more things to mention. So stay with me. Artemis is here. Hello, Artemis. All right, let's see. Wow. Michelle writes MAGA and MAHA. So make America great again, make America healthy again. I love it. Okay, a viewer named Steez writes, "Sir, please don't be offended, but can I ask you where you're from?" I am originally from Bangladesh, came to the United States as a legal immigrant, became a naturalized American citizen. I live in Wisconsin. I live in America's Dairyland. I live in the Badger State. I live in the Midwest, Wisconsin, okay? And I'm an American, so thank you for asking that question. All right. Sassy, thank you for supporting this channel, Sassy. See, my friends, you are all here on a Friday night spending time with me. I appreciate that so very much. 56 likes already. I know we can get to 100. If everyone who's watching right now, if you hit the like button, we're going to get to 100 in a minute. It's going to happen. Very easy. Very easy. Help me get to 100 likes for this video. You know why? So we can reach more people. The more you like this video, the more this video will, I'm hoping, will pop up in front of more viewers, okay? Jet is here. Hello, Jet. Jet. Jet is from Pennsylvania, right? Jet, I remember that. Jet is from Pennsylvania. We were talking about Pennsylvania. Thank you for being here, Jet. All right. Okay, my friends. I was talking about the importance of voting for candidates who support small businesses, candidates who would cut taxes, candidates who would cut regulations. That's another thing. You know what the Democrats love? They love layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of regulations. Okay? They want the government to be big and bloated and to have a strong footprint in the lives of the American people. That's what the Democrats want. The Democrats want the federal government to be so big that the government then intervenes in each and every aspect of our lives. But that's what the Democrats want. The Democrats want a big government. They want more regulations. But the Republicans, they want to cut regulations. They want to cut all unnecessary regulations. Because the less regulations there are, the freer the society is, the more freedom there is in society. Do you agree with me? Michelle has a great point. Michelle is talking about unrealized capital gains. You know, Michelle, that's what Kamala Harris wants to do. Kamala Harris wants to impose taxes on unrealized capital gains. What a disaster that policy will be. We can never allow that to happen. Never, ever, ever. Unrealized capital gains, that's what Kamala Harris wants to do. She wants to impose taxes on unrealized capital gains. My friends, if you want to understand unrealized capital gains, please, you got to read about it. It is so important. So important. Garfield is here, and Garfield doesn't like me. We're not talking about the cat. Garfield the cat. I'm sure if it was Garfield the cat, then Garfield would really like me. But we're talking about a viewer named Garfield who seems to disagree with me. That's okay, Garfield. You can disagree with me, but Garfield is mentioning the word propaganda when referring to me. No, Garfield. Let me tell you, this is not propaganda. This channel is about the truth and facts and accurate information. Okay? Garfield, if you are thinking about propaganda, you are probably thinking about Nancy Pelosi. You're probably thinking about Chuck Schumer or maybe Gavin Newsom. You're probably thinking about the Biden-Harris administration if you're thinking about propaganda. This channel is about the truth, the facts, because we believe in the power of the truth. Truth is the foundation of this channel. Do you agree with me, friends? Do you believe that? Do you agree with me? Truth is the foundation of this channel. One Texas miner says agree. Texas Repo writes agree. Claudia says we want to hear what Tassif has to say. Thank you, Claudia. Amanda writes I agree. William Miller writes Trump 2024. Thank you. Ruben Garcia writes agree. You gotta listen to Ruben. Ruben writes agree. Debbie writes agree. So many people are writing agree. Yes, this channel is about the truth and the facts. And I'm broadcasting live from Wisconsin, the Badger State. a battleground state, America's Dairyland. If you're looking for excellent cheese products, cheese curds, you got to visit Wisconsin. Okay? All right. My friends, we must talk to our family members, our friends, our neighbors, people we know in the community. We must talk to them about the importance of voting for candidates who support strong energy policy. You know, when I talk about strong energy policy, people ask me, Tassif, you're talking about strong energy policy, okay? Can you give me some details, okay? What exactly are you talking about? What should be the energy policy? And you know, I like to keep things brief if I can. Of course, I'm used to details because I've written lots of policy papers, I've done a lot of research, and I obviously talk a lot because I do these live streams for 2 hours, 3 hours. So yeah, I can go into details, but you know, if it's like an elevator conversation, you know, you get into the elevator with someone and, you know, the person asks you, hey, you know, what's your ideal energy policy? And you're going to have to answer by the time you get to your floor, you know, those elevator conversations. So you have to keep things brief. So if somebody is asking you, hey, in 30 seconds or in 60 seconds, tell me what kind of energy policy you support. You know what I'm going to say? Do you know how I summarize the energy policy that I support? It's very simple. I'll let you guess. Can you summarize excellent energy policy in a few words? You're going to love it when I say it. Trust me. You're going to love it. But I want to hear if you can make a guess. Oh, a viewer named Art writes, you want to drill. Yes, the energy policy I support is drill, baby, drill. Doesn't even need 30 seconds. Forget 60 seconds. Doesn't even need 30 seconds. If somebody says, hey, what's your preferred energy policy? Just say, drill, baby, drill. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? Drill, baby, drill. Okay? That's the energy policy we need. And Trump loves it, right? Claudia Greenwood writes, drill, baby, drill. Absolutely. Drill, baby, drill. Dana writes, drill, baby, drill. Absolutely. So if somebody asks you, hey, what's your preferred energy policy? You're going to say, drill, baby, drill. Sassy writes, drill, baby, drill. Okay. So my friends, talk to the people around you. You know, as I said, get out the vote. Get out the vote. Encourage people to vote. If somebody needs help going to the polling location, if you are able to help, please help. Give them a ride. Remind them about the dates. You know what you can also do? Something that I do. I have an e-newsletter, which I've mentioned before. When I send out an email to my e-newsletter list, it goes to hundreds of people. Hundreds and hundreds of people get my e-newsletter. So I can type up a message, and if I hit send, it's gonna go to hundreds of people. So, you know, there's still time. Make an email list or have a text message list, or you know, just type up a text on your phone, send it to everyone on your phone book. Just tell them, hey, make sure you vote. November 5th is the election. In different states there are rules about voting early. So just if you can vote early, vote early. If you want to vote on the day of the election, great. Just make sure you vote. Send text messages, send emails, let people know the importance of voting. Wow, lots of new viewers here. I'm gonna have to get to know people. Hey, Let's see. Uh, Scott Wells is here. Scott, thank you so much for supporting this channel. Scott writes, Tossif has all the great info. Thank you, Scott. Claudia writes, um, okay, I see Claudia's comments. I'm trying to keep up. Sometimes I lose track of the comments here. All right. Amanda writes, I come to this channel for the truth. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you have not subscribed, please make sure you do. 84 likes already in 45 minutes. I know we can get to 100. 16 more will get us to 100. Okay. Terry Williams has a great question. What has Trump done for America, sir? Terry, are you a Trump supporter or are you against Trump? Terry is asking, what has Trump done for America? Well, Terry, first of all, I do long live streams, I do these live streams for 2 hours and 3 hours. But if I want to talk about all that Trump has done for America, it's going to need a much longer period of time. I'm going to need more hours to give you the details about all that Trump has done for America. Trump, when he was in office, he created an environment in which small businesses could thrive. He cut taxes and helped the American people. He helped the manufacturing industry, the manufacturing sector. Trump worked very hard to secure the border and he made great progress. Trump supported our military. Trump supported our men and women of law enforcement. Trump was very transparent with the people of this country. He did interviews. He spoke to the press. He shared his thoughts and opinions in real time using social media with the American public and with the whole world. Trump was an excellent communicator. Trump made sure that America strengthens the relationship with the international allies. Trump did great things to strengthen our relationship with our international allies. Trump is awesome. Trump is awesome. And remember, Trump was so great in international affairs. Look at what he did. That was a historic day when Trump walked into North Korea. The whole world was watching. The only US president to do that. That's how brave, that's how courageous, that's how strong, that's how bold Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is great in international relations, in international affairs, in making sure that we achieve peace through strength. Remember when Trump walked into North Korea with Kim Jong-un? So Trump was great in diplomacy with our adversaries, and he was great in strengthening our relationship with our allies. Do you agree with me? Let's see. Yeah, Ruben writes peace. Peace through strength. Absolutely. Texas Repo writes, Trump is strong, Biden is weak. Word is agreeing with me. Scott Wells says agree. A viewer writes, first president to not start a war in decades. Yeah, Trump, there were no new wars when Trump was in office. Peace through strength. Dana writes agree. So Terry, I hope I answered your question. What has Trump done for America? Lots and lots and lots. The list is long. A viewer named Dakina doesn't like me at all, it seems. Okay? What a harsh comment, Dakina. What a harsh comment. I'm reading your comment. What a harsh comment. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. That's okay. Hey, it doesn't bother me though. It doesn't bother me. You know why? Because I believe in kindness. I believe in peace. Okay? So people may say unkind things to me. I'm not going to say unkind things to you in return, okay? What I'm going to do, Dakina, you've written such a harsh and unkind thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray so that God gives you wisdom. I'm going to pray so that God opens up your eyes so you can see the truth, Dakina. All right. Let's all pray for Dakina so that Dakina can see the truth, so that Dakina can understand the power of the truth, okay? All right. Um, Lots of viewers here. Okay. My friends, talk to the people around you. As I said, it's about getting out the vote. Getting out the vote. It is time to speak fearlessly. It is time to spread the truth and to share the facts. And when Democrat politicians are busy lying, oh, the Democrats love to lie. They lie. They lie. They lie. They lie. Okay, we know that. There are many examples. I mean, remember and hypocrisy. When Gavin Newsom was imposing COVID rules on the people of California, but he went to this luxury restaurant and he was like hanging out with his buddies. Remember that? I mean, that's what you get from Democrat politicians. Lies and hypocrisy. So when Democrat politicians are busy being spreading hypocrisy and lying, it is our responsibility, my friends. It is the responsibility of the freedom-loving Americans to share the facts and to spread the truth. So remember, talk to your friends, talk to your family members, talk to your neighbors, because getting out the vote is extremely, extremely important. Now, I want to share an important highlight from earlier this evening. I told you previously many times that we have an important U.S. Senate race in Wisconsin. Democrat U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin, Democrat, okay, career politician Tammy Baldwin is up for re-election. She wants to be re-elected. She served in the House of Representatives. She served in the Senate. She wants to be re-elected so she can continue being a career politician. I mean, she's been in Washington for decades, and she's running for re-election. And businessman Eric Hovde, a very successful businessman, Republican candidate, he's running against Tammy Baldwin. On October 18th of 2024, well, it is still October 18th here in Wisconsin because it is 11:58 p.m. So we're 2 minutes away from October 19th. So it is still October 18th. That's Friday. There was a debate today between Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde. It was the U.S. Senate debate. Where did the debate take place? It took place here in Madison. Madison's where I live. That's where it took place. My friends, before I discuss the debate, I'm going to pause for a little bit and I want to uh, ask you. I want to ask you who's here for the first time. I see lots of new viewers here, names that I've not seen before. So who's here for the first time? If you are here for the first time, just write first time in the live chat. Mr. Oh, it's like my T says a first timer. Caleb writes, I'm here for the first time. Okay. Another viewer writes first time. Some of your usernames I just can't pronounce. I get confused, so I'm just saying viewer. All right. Paul writes, I'm very close to you. What does that mean, Paul? Do you live in Madison or something? You live in Wisconsin? You're nearby, Paul? Okay. All right, let's see. William Miller writes 54th time. William Miller, you've been supporting this channel. Thank you. Dakina writes first and last. So Dakina's not going to come back to this channel. Okay, Dakina. If you're leaving, well, enjoy. And thanks for being here for the first time and the last time, okay? Thanks, Dakina. Dakina, I hope you'll come back because you know what? I think you can really benefit from this channel. You can benefit by watching the truth and the facts that we share here. Okay, so Dakina, I hope you'll subscribe and stay connected. But if you don't want to come back, it's up to you. It's really up to you. But I think it's watching these videos will benefit you in the long run because you'll realize the truth, Dakina. You'll realize, oh, you know what? I learned a lot of facts from this channel. That's what you're gonna say to yourself if you watch my videos for a few weeks or a few months, okay? So Dakina, if this is your first and last time here, tuning in for my videos, the only thing I will ask you, please vote for Donald J. Trump, okay? Vote for Trump, Dakina. If you're a U.S. citizen, vote for Trump. $100 likes, my friends. Isn't that awesome? 100 likes for this video. Thank you. You helped me get to 100, and I'm very grateful for that. Okay, my friends, as I was saying, on Friday, October 18th, it is now officially October 19th here in Wisconsin. October 18th, there was a U.S. Senate debate between Democrat U.S. Senator Tammy Baldwin and Republican Senate candidate, a very successful businessman, Eric Hovde. And the debate took place in Madison. My friends, debates are good. Debates are good, especially when the race is so important. Like a Senate race in a battleground state, the debates are important. And as I mentioned previously, the control of the U.S. Senate depends on some very important Senate races, including the Senate race in Wisconsin. So I watched the debate on the internet from start to finish. Okay, I didn't get to watch it on TV. I watched the replay on the internet. I watched it from start to finish, and it was quite an interesting debate. You could see the clear difference between the two candidates. I mean, Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde, two very, very different candidates. On one hand, you have Tammy Baldwin, who spent decades in Congress in Washington. And then there's Eric Hovde, a very successful businessman from Wisconsin. Two very different individuals. One is a career politician, the other is not. Tammy Baldwin is the career politician. Eric Hovde is not. Now, by the way, you may want to look up this debate on the internet. Just search for Tammy Baldwin versus Eric Hovde debate. It was almost 1 hour long. Okay. I was, prior to starting the live stream, I was asking Amanda to watch it. Amanda, did you get to watch it? I mean, maybe a little bit. Amanda writes, I watched it. Thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. So, yeah. Search for this debate on the internet. You're going to find it. Search for Tammy Baldwin versus Eric Hovde debate. If you just write that on a search engine, you're going to get the video. It was almost an hour long. So watch it if you have time. You don't have to watch it right now, because right now I want you to stay here. Okay, I don't want you to leave. Don't leave. Don't go anywhere. Stay here, but you can watch. You can watch the replay of the debate afterwards, if you have time. What's very interesting is that at the start of the debate, the topic of healthcare came up. The topic of healthcare. Okay, let's see. Lots of opponents today, actually. Lots of opponents today. People who are opposing me. Oh. I gotta start blocking some folks here. Hold on. Yeah. Who else should I block? Damien writes, thank you again for the stream. Thank you, Damien. Thanks for supporting this channel. Who should I block? I mean, anyone who's writing nasty comments should be blocked, right? Yeah, everyone's saying Sal. That's what I have to do, I think. Where's Sal? Okay. Putting Sal in timeout. All right. Okay. Did it. We are here for, sound discussion. And if anyone's writing the same comment over and over again and being nasty and just writing nasty comments, I'm going to have to block. Oh, Tiffany, thank you for the wonderful compliment. I appreciate that, Tiffany. Thank you. Thank you so very much. You are all so kind to me with your compliments. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Tiffany. Michelle writes, Tossif, do you think Trump will win Wisconsin? Michelle, I am hoping and praying Trump wins Wisconsin. He won Wisconsin in 2016. And I think he's going to win Wisconsin again. I really, really believe that. Brenda writes, I'm from Wisconsin. Brenda, where in Wisconsin are you from? Thank you for being here, Brenda. Please tell us where in Wisconsin you are from. Kenosha. Oh, Brenda, you're from Kenosha. Okay. You're from the city of Kenosha, or just or just Kenosha County? Let me know. I love to get to know the community members here. I'm gonna read your comments, so let me pause here for a little bit. Okay, so Brenda writes city, Kenosha. Kenosha is a nice city. Kenosha is a nice county, you know. I like Kenosha. Kenosha is wonderful. Um, my friends, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. Thank you, Dana. Dana always has lovely comments. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, my friends. So the control of the Senate depends on some very important Senate races, including the race here in Wisconsin. And so I watched the Senate debate from start to finish. It was a very interesting debate, and you could see the clear difference between the two candidates. As I said, Tammy Baldwin, career politician, Eric Hovde, a very successful businessman, very different people. Now, look up the debate on the internet. It was almost an hour long. Watch it if you have time. Amanda mentioned that she already watched it. I would recommend that you watch it. Others who are here watch it. And very interesting that the debate started with the discussion of healthcare. That's correct, healthcare. My friends, I know that there are many issues that are affecting us right now. I mean, we talk about these issues. We talk about inflation. We talk about border crisis, rising crime, the labor market, and so much more, right? We always discuss these issues. But the U.S. Senate debate between Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde started with the discussion of health care. I mean, it's pretty remarkable that healthcare was the first topic that was brought up. The reason I say that is because healthcare is perhaps the most significant public policy topic day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and really decade after decade. Healthcare is the topic that will always be significant, that has always been significant, that is still very significant, and it is always going to be significant. And over time, healthcare will become an increasingly important topic because, my friends, we know that we have an aging population in this country. So more and more Americans will be reaching their senior years. They will be retiring, and there will be more and more people enrolling in Medicare. And so healthcare policy is going to be a very important topic going forward years, I think. Healthcare workforce is also a very important topic. You may have heard a lot of people say that we need more doctors, but it's not just the doctors that we need. We also need more nurses. We also need more nursing assistants. We also need more, other clinical staff. So we need a strong healthcare workforce. There are many healthcare workforce challenges, but that's something we need to focus on. Having a strong, a sound healthcare workforce. Now, understanding the healthcare system is not easy. Many people are confused because it is a complex system. The finance part of healthcare is extremely difficult to understand. Understanding insurance coverage can be quite challenging. In-network providers versus out-of-network providers, what's covered, what's not covered, and then insurance premiums are rising. You know, everything's very challenging. Understanding healthcare financing, it's quite challenging. And just look at Medicare. Just look at one program, Medicare. There's Part A, there's Part B, there's Part D for prescription coverage, and then there's Medicare Advantage. And many seniors are struggling to understand, the different parts of Medicare. What's covered under Part A, what's covered under Part B, what's covered under Part D. All these things can be quite challenging for people to understand and to remember. Okay. And then there's long-term care. We've heard about long-term care, right? That can also be quite challenging to understand. And then there are many rules and regulations governing the healthcare sector. So it's just huge. And my friends, I have shared this with a lot of people in the past. I've said this during my in-person speeches. I may have also talked about it on this channel previously. But after I came to the United States, I faced a very big challenge. You know what that was? My biggest challenge was understanding the American healthcare system. That was quite challenging for me. I didn't understand how healthcare insurance worked, understanding deductibles and co-insurance and out-of-pocket maximum and prior authorization and so on and so forth. So really, it was very challenging for me to understand the US healthcare system. But then what did I decide to do? I decided to take a course on US healthcare policy as an undergraduate student at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. And one thing leads to another. I found myself in graduate school studying public affairs, focusing on healthcare policy. Okay, then I got an internship at the Wisconsin Medical Society. I got a project assistantship with the Evidence-Based Health Policy Project that allowed me to work at the Wisconsin Legislative Council, as well as the UW Population Health Institute. Then I also worked for other organizations where I focused on healthcare policy. And so, my friends, really, healthcare is my policy area. That's what I specialize in. And also, it's something where, if you are a healthcare policy analyst, you can learn new things every day. You're going to be learning things every day because things are changing. The healthcare system is dynamic. There are new rules, there are new regulations, there are new policies, there are new laws. There are so many different changes in the world of healthcare policy. And so you are going to be learning, all the time. So my friends, when I saw that the U.S. Senate debate in Wisconsin that just took place, it started with the topic of healthcare. It really sent a message to everyone who's watching that healthcare policy debates are at the center. Okay, regardless of what your views are. Okay, do you like Obamacare? Do you oppose Obamacare? Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act, right? It's called Obamacare. So, regardless of what your views are on Obamacare, we know that healthcare policy is a huge topic, right? So, whether you're talking about healthcare workforce, whether you're talking about Long-term care, that's another big topic, right? We want to talk about long-term care. We want to talk about geriatric care. We want to talk about rural health care. We want to talk about telemedicine. We want to talk about, the uh, malpractice insurance. We want to talk about malpractice lawsuits. We want to talk about, physician burnout. A lot of doctors, they face so much of stress that they suffer from burnout. I mean, there are so many topics that we can discuss when we talk about healthcare. Just really many, many, many topics within the umbrella of healthcare policy, under the umbrella of healthcare policy. So really, it's just a huge topic. And also, I just want to mention that healthcare spending reached $4.5 trillion in 2022. $4.5 trillion in 2022. Healthcare spending in the United States, which is more than 13,000 US dollars per capita. 1-3. More than 13,000 US dollars per capita. Huge spending on healthcare. So, as a country, we are spending a lot of money on healthcare, but still there are so many problems, right? We want better health outcomes, and there are many things that can be improved. So, it's a huge topic. We can talk for hours, we can talk for days and weeks. Anyway, going back to the Senate debate, as I was saying, the debate started with the discussion of healthcare, and then throughout the course of the debate, there were other questions that were asked. Social security was discussed, and childcare, and the economy, and immigration, and foreign policy, and abortion, and more. But it started with the topic of healthcare. So, healthcare is an extremely important topic, and that was very obvious when we saw how the debate started. Now, my friends, let's talk about immigration, right? Are we going to talk about immigration? Yes, we are. I would have loved to hear a more detailed discussion about the border crisis. Okay? By the way, let me just catch up with the live chat window here. Hold on. Okay, a viewer named Ben, I think needs to be blocked. Okay. All right. So, as I was saying, during the US Senate debate between Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde, I would have loved to hear a more detailed discussion about the border crisis. I understand that there are many topics to discuss and time is limited, but I think that the debate should have been longer. 1 hour, honestly, I don't think 1 hour is enough. Now, do you know how long a US Senate term is? Do you know how many years is a US Senate term? Who can answer that? Jet writes 6 years. Absolutely, it is 6 years. A US Senate term is 6 years. A person who is elected to the US Senate gets a 6-year term in office. So those Senate races are very important. When you look at the presidency, a single term for a US president is 4 years. And any president that serves for 2 terms serves for a total of 8 years. Okay, but each term is 4 years. members of the House of Representatives, they get 2-year terms, but a US senator gets 6 years. So Senate races are important because the voters are electing a candidate for 6 years. And I believe that this Senate debate that took place between Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde, it should have been 2 hours long. It should have been 2 hours long, and I believe there should be more than one debate. One debate is not enough, especially given the fact that we are looking at, a 6-year term. So one debate, not enough. And also, given the crises that we are facing as a country, I think one debate is not enough. There's obviously a lot to discuss, and the more information that the voters have, the better it is going to be for people's decision making. Voters need a lot of information, and they need to hear from the Senate candidates, and they need to hear about the candidates' positions on a variety of issues so that the voters can make informed choices, informed decisions. So I think that the US Senate debate should have been 2 hours long, and then I think there should be more than one debate. I really think that. I prefer when the public gets to ask questions to the candidates. So I would love to see Eric Hovde and Tammy Baldwin participate in a town hall style event. A town hall style event. Take questions from the audience. Make it a town hall style event. I know that we are less than 20 days away from the election, so November 5th is coming up real fast, but there may still be time, and I would love to see a town hall style event featuring both Eric Hovde and Tammy Baldwin. Eric Hovde is the Republican candidate for US Senate, and Tammy Baldwin is the incumbent Democrat US Senator running for re-election. So, my friends, those of us who are involved in politics, we see different candidates over and over again, right? But not everyone gets to see and hear from these candidates multiple times. If you are involved in politics, you're likely going to be seeing a US Senate candidate or a US House candidate or candidates for state legislature. You're going to see them multiple times at different events. But for the general public, who may not be actively involved in politics, but they obviously exercise their right to vote, these voters need to hear from these candidates multiple times. As I said, there should be town hall style events. There should be more debates and longer debates. There should be a variety of events featuring both candidates, the Democrat candidate and the Republican candidate, both in studio debates and town hall style events. So the more the engagement, the more information the voters will have, and this is particularly important for swing voters. There are solid Republican voters. We know they are going to vote for Republicans. There are solid Democrat voters who we know they are going to vote for Democrats. They have already made up their minds. They vote party lines, right? But there are many undecided voters. There are many swing voters. Many voters who are still trying to figure out who to vote for. And it's for those voters in particular, that we need debates and discussion in various formats, featuring both candidates running for a statewide office. In this case, Tammy Baldwin and Eric Hovde running for US Senate. Tammy Baldwin is running for re-election. Eric Hovde is running for US Senate. He wants to defeat Tammy Baldwin and become the next US Senator from Wisconsin. So we need to see these candidates more and more in town hall style events featuring both candidates, or in more debates. Less than 20 days left, but there may still be time to do more events featuring these two candidates, Eric Hovde and Tammy Baldwin. That would be my preference, is to see them debate, participate in longer debates, do more town hall style events. So many voters are still trying to figure out who to vote for, and it's for these undecided voters that we need more discussion and more events featuring both candidates running for US Senate. And so this applies to not only the US Senate race in Wisconsin, but also other key Senate races in other states also, my friends. 120 likes. We are approaching 1 hour, close to 1 hour 30 minutes for this live stream. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so very much. All right, let's see how many people have voted in the live poll that's running. The question is, can Republican candidate Eric Hovde defeat incumbent Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin? My friends, I'm going to wrap up the poll in a couple of minutes. So if you have not voted yet, please do so. Jax904 is here. Thank you, Jax, for being here. My friends, I'm going to have to wrap up this live stream here in a few minutes. I wish I could stay for a full 2 hours. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I wish I could stay for full 2 hours, but I had a very long day, and I'm going to have quite a busy day on Saturday. Okay, so I'm hoping that, and then I have to wake up in the morning and do some writing. So that's why I'm going to wrap up this live stream here in a few minutes. But I will be back. I'm hoping to be back on Saturday night, 11 p.m. for another live stream. Okay, so I'm leaving a little early today, but I hope that you'll subscribe and you'll stay connected, and then you'll continue to support this channel and participate in these live streams and share your thoughts in the live chat window. So let me wrap up. The question, the poll question. The question was, can Republican candidate Eric Hovde defeat incumbent Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin? Okay, let's end the poll. Let's see the results. 384 votes. 61% said yes, and 38% said no. So, poll question was, can Republican candidate Eric Hovde defeat incumbent Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin? 384 votes, 61% said yes, 38% said no. So 61% of the respondents believe that Republican candidate Eric Hovde can defeat incumbent Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin. These results are wonderful because these results show hope. Because if we win Senate races, if the Republicans win Senate races, then we will be able to regain the majority in the U.S. Senate. The Republicans will be able to regain the majority in the U.S. Senate. We need that, and I hope Eric Hovde wins, and it is wonderful to see optimism. The poll results give me hope. The poll results show optimism. People are thinking that yes, Republican candidate Eric Hovde can defeat. Republican candidate Eric Hovde can be successful, can defeat Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin in Wisconsin. So I hope GOP candidate Eric Hovde wins. I hope Democrat Senator Tammy Baldwin loses so that we can regain the majority in the US Senate. My friends, thank you so much for watching. I sincerely apologize for leaving early, but I hope you understand my reasoning. I just had a long day. I'm probably gonna go try to get some sleep because I have to be up in the morning and do some writing. I have some things I need to write, so uh, I will be working on that, and then throughout Saturday I'll be very busy. So my friends, thank you so very much for continuing to support this channel. Please subscribe and tell your friends, tell your family members, tell your neighbors to also check out my channel and to also subscribe. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the good wishes. Thank you for all the love and support and words of encouragement. Thank you so very much, my friends. I appreciate it. You have a wonderful night, and I will be back hopefully on Saturday night, 11 p.m. So stay connected. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful night. And let's remember, we have to elect Donald Trump to make America great again. Thank you, my friends. Have a wonderful night.